Federal government offers special intervention to flood victims in Cross River State. Corps member Joel Ukpe used his personal projects to develop youths in Cross River State for national transformation. Details of these and more shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Udwak Etam. Following the flood incidents, search and rescue operations conducted by the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA in collaboration with the State Emergency Management Agency SEMA in several communities affected by the flood in 2022, the federal government has offered a special intervention to support the victims and most vulnerable persons in Cross River State. However, the federal government has been commended for the implementation and timely distribution of the Special National Economic and Livelihood Emergency Intervention. It would be recalled that the 2022 flood disaster affected many communities across the country, including Cross River State, as many homes, farmlands and crops were destroyed. The federal government, in its effort to assist the victims, distributed food and non-food items as Special National Economic Livelihood Emergency Intervention through the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA to the affected states, and Cross River State is one of the beneficiaries. These relief items were delivered to the State Emergency Management Agency SEMA in Calabar.
I want to say thank you to Mr. President and all his team for their wonderful support towards those of us who are having issues and they are coming to our rescue.
This is the first of its kind that relief materials or palliatives are sent from the federal government and they got to the beneficiaries.
The Director General NEMA Mustafa Ahmed, represented by the Supervisor Nelly Cross River State, who flagged off the distribution exercise, together with the Deputy Governor Cross River State, Peter Ode, commiserated with those that lost their livelihoods and advised that people should be proactive against flooding.
There's nobody who will give an assistance that will not be happy. The state government is very happy about it, that the federal government has decided to do something for them. The indigenes are celebrating that the Mr. President has decided to help them.
This is a special intervention from the presidency, which the federal government has approved in respect of the 2022 flood victims, which have been enumerated all over the country.
A total of 10,876 beneficiaries were enumerated in Cross River State, as 660,884 households were verified, according to NEMA, to benefit from this special intervention across the 36 states and the FCT. In Calabar, Udwak Etam, NTA News. For Nigeria to attain sustainable development, political parties must take deliberate action to eliminate gender barriers and push for enactment of legislations that will promote inclusivity of women in elective and appointive positions. This was emphasized at a one-day national dialogue with leaders of political parties to review Charter of Demands for Women in Politics through leadership of Inter-Party Advisory Committee. Justina Epa reports.
It is the meeting of politically inclined women and men, representative from the Independent National Electoral Commission and political party leaders. The task is to review the Charter of Demands for Women in Politics, assess the successes recorded so far, the challenges, and chart a course for inclusive governance. Minister for Women Affairs, represented at the event, attributes the poor performance of women in the 2023 elections to political issues and intrigues.
Women's political participation and adequate representation in decision-making is a fundamental prerequisite for gender equality and genuine democracy that ensures better accountability to women.
Despite constituting a powerful electoral strength, women representation in elective and appointive offices has remained unsatisfactory, and unless there is equal opportunities for women, men, and persons with disabilities, sustainable development will continue to elude the country. As the United Nations country representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Beatrice Eyong blames poverty, illnesses, conflicts, and deprivation on gender inequality.
If we are interested in sustainable development, then we should be able to remove constraints that limit people's potentials.
Political party leaders and electoral umpire called for implementation of the national gender policy of allotting 35% of appointments in public offices to women, advising women to be tenacious in their quest for gender inclusivity.
Politics is not for just the weaklings, no. It's a very rough terrain. You have to be rugged, and women have what it takes.
Part of the demands is a call for improvement of women participation in the decision-making process and commitment to gender equality. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
The National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme was established in 1973 by the then head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, as a means to encourage and develop youths to render selfless service and reconcile sustained unity in Nigeria. A corps member, Joel Ukpe, serving in Calabar, is living up to this dream with a personal project to equip youths with tools as next generation and national transformation. Paul Abel completes the report.
As the lines in the national and NYSC anthems read, and I quote, "To serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith, with dedication and selflessness, Nigeria is ours, Nigeria we serve," unquote. Our corps member, Joel Ukpe, Batch C1 2022-2023, is looking at the future of Nigeria by equipping youth from within to the external. The next generation assembled here are being conscientized on topics such as purpose discovery as key to national transformation, young people as agents of change, and developing character to transform the nation.
You can make use of your talents, and you can also make Nigeria a better place even when people feel that there's nothing left for us to do.
With determination and focus, you can achieve whatever you've put your mind to achieve.
Like passion to do what kind of skills that you wish to, and also we have vision.
When I know my goals, my vision, I put them into action, and my character, I learn to portray my good character in the nation so as to reform the nation.
Some resource persons speak.
Good leadership is all about the product of good character. And good character emanates from solid, sound principles that are rooted in a moral paradigm that has supernatural origin.
Discover yourself, know who you are, what you were created for, because I came to this world for a purpose, so you also came to this world for a purpose. You will not know why you came to this world for a purpose if you don't discover. So it's one thing for you to discover, and it's another thing for you to take action. So you may know what God has called you into.
They always say that the young ones today are the leaders of tomorrow. So they need to start now to start preparing for that leadership. They're not too young. What they need to do is basically acquire the right amount of skill sets that would enable them to function appropriately.
So for the youth, don't see the challenges of Nigeria as Nigeria's problem. Everyone is a Nigerian. I am a proud Nigerian, and therefore every challenge in Nigeria affects me personally. And so I am trying to do my little part, and that is what I expect or I advise everybody to do. Start in your little place. Get involved in your little space.
The host reveals the secret behind the project.
I believe in that Nigeria can be better. Yes, I believe that national transformation can be obtained and can be achieved. And I also believe that young people are catalysts for this natural transformation to be achieved. So I believe if we could pay more attention to young people and let the change begins from them and with them, because without the change within, there can be no change without. So I believe in national transformation is possible, and young people are the change agent for this national transformation. Then let's invest more into the young people in capacity development, personal development, and equip them with the necessary tools that will enable them to achieve national transformation.
The corps member is also embarking on construction of school buildings as his place of primary assignment. In Calabar, Paul Abel,
That is it on our news. Thanks for watching. I am Uduak Etam.